hello guys, how are you doing? I am so excited to be here. I hope everybody is doing good. My name is Vivian Kabono. My artistic name is Vivy Kabz, and Vivy is a spoken word artist, an actress, a Beadwork artist, and also she's into presenting. And I'm so happy to be here. How do I balance? Okay, the thing is, I believe that I just have to let, pardon me, I am a mom cat na naona anacheza huko working from home. So, one thing I learned to do is knowing that each thing has its own time, and also knowing setting your priorities. I mean, your priorities, right? For example, look at your set. You have to stop other things because you know that you're going to be needed on set at this time. Call time ni mapema. You have to have your lines right. You know, everything. So you have to at least prioritize that because you'll probably be shooting for like a week or two, and then you take a short break, right? So you will do the others, and also knowing the intensity of each art. For example, for acting, I have to be on set with other people. So that means your schedule is not only affecting you but other people, okay? So also at that time you're living with others. So it's, I mean, a lot is coming from the outside than compared to something like beadwork, not unless if I'm selling, because for beadwork I'm just working from home, making them from home. If it's poetry, the writing process is at home, and if it's recording, I'm responsible. And like, for example, right now I'm working on a certain project, so I always balance by knowing which day and what am I supposed to be doing during that time, what kind of art. But I also make sure that if this other side is not busy now, I focus on this other side. So that's how I literally balance. But I'll not lie, sometimes it takes a toll on me, but when I get a chance, I sleep and take a lot of rest. So my first inspiration into acting and how my journey has been, I will say that I have grown in a family of artists, though none is practicing it right now. But when I was growing up, I think my first act, okay, nikiwa class 1, there was harusi ya uncle, and then there was that kashairi we were doing nilikuwa nimelala. So that was my first performance, and I was really happy juu wakiserve keki, watu wako wanapewa keki most times. Wazee walisema pa huyu mtoto keki alisema kitu mzuri sana. I see pictures of that and I'm like, oh my goodness. But so I think that's my first encounter, or what I remember when I was doing performances. But then from then I was always doing mashairi kwa church, written by my dad, and pia kulikuwa na zile competitions za church. I grew up in full gospel. So there was my teacher, Neto Teacher Ndongo. That teacher manze grew me in that, and growing forward, I think I was nikakuwa best actress mahali, because kuna hii script yenye ilikuwa imeandikwa na mimi nilikuwa feel zifu iko hivi, acha tuifanye different. So I gave the idea and it was amazing. So I think that is my first encounter. My journey is after that, I think I joined high school. I didn't grow with drama festivals, unfortunately. But I grew up watching TV and I loved this. But I think at that time, there's a time I wanted to be a reporter. Ikapotelea, ikakuwa sijui ya hostess. And then fast forward, I remember wanting to be a lawyer until I finished Form 4. So when I got into high school, there was music, of course, but then there wasn't drama, so I didn't do drama anywhere. But nilikuwa tu na entertain or say kwa class ningefanya to accents. And then I remember in Form 3 there was a talent show, and I did a script, directed it, casted it, and tulipewa, after we performed, tulitwa siku moja wasiwa kwenda tukapewa kuku na pilau na chapo na soda when you were in high school from Naivas supermarket. I studied in like Naivasha girls. Furaha ilioje. So I finished Form 4. I found myself in Karatina University doing human resource management. But when I was in Form 1.1, mse wangu wa small time kwa nashangaa mse ukaiwe wewe kuna kitu unafanyanga different kwa sababu you can't be living like this. Akaniambia ni actor. Fast forward, I found myself in theater up until I finished, and I joined theater. I mean, that's how I think I now fully started doing art professionally. So the themes that I'm drawn to, especially in poetry, first of all, I am a female and I like feminine stuff, but also I always do stuff that relate with other people. but it has to relate with me first, especially depends, like for example, I always bump into ideas, but sometimes you have, like for example, this project I'm working on, Godman's, it's a project where I've just started. I mean, my journey has been so I mean, there has been a journey, quite a journey, so I just wanted to pour myself out. So poetry is always therapy for me to start with, and then also relating with other people. But at times you might find, like for example, there's an event and there's a theme, so you have to write to relate to that theme. But I always if it's like for example climate change, also you have to do that with facts. So I do my research first, and then now I put the poetic and the Vivy in that piece. And yes, I think that's what I do. So how did I start with beadwork? How I got started with beadwork and how my creating means to me. So after Form 4, actually, I was nilifanya ka short course pale Valentine's Cake House Naivasha. As a nilifanya basic baking, but sikuwa na oven, so I didn't practice it, ilipotelea. So kwa kila njia nikienda kulikuwa na msee alikuwa anashona na mabeads hapo. I had when I was say, Naivasha Narok, kuna wase walikuwa wanakuja na mabeads, and I was quite interested to know how they do it, but ilikuwa inakaa forensic science. So I went to ask the person, unaweza nifunza kushona? And he was like, yeah, sure, I can. And I'm like, okay, cool. So nitaka kulipa mdogo. Yeah, okay, so nitakuwa nakupea chwani every day until tumalize hideni, nikilan labda nitozea wase, and then we do it. Cool. So mimi nilikuwa napewa one chwani every day, chwani ya transi, and then 50 bob ya kukula. But me nilikuwa nasoma keki, so I could eat my keki kwa nimekula breakfast at the end of the day, na nitarudi tena kukula home. So I will eat those breadcrumbs and everything, and zile my keki, and then I will give this person 50 nikalan. And then when nililan, I'd already finished my course. So mzae kukam, sikuwa nimewambia nimefanya beadwork, they came and found nimeanza. So he didn't like the environment because first of all mtu wangu alikuwa na dread. But I had already gained the skill. So from then I just started kujifunza venye nilienda tena high school. Oh, actually now from 10 nikaanza kuuza 1 or 2. Of course ya kwanza unauzia mtu inakatika, but I gained the experience as time went by. Venye nilifika high school, campo, I learned more. Now to deal with serviette holders and everything, and I think now it has been a great thing. It means a lot to me because I feel like beadwork is literally pouring my heart out. If I'm making such a bracelet, I take 2 hours of my time to connect with that. So first of all, also it is the best time for me to listen to podcasts, to meditate, to think about my stuff, and also to just create something beautiful and something that will stay with you on your hand for 5 years or more. I mean, anywhere you go, and I can write your name. Like, look at mine, Vivy Kabz, the Kenyan. I mean, when it's just diverse, I'm in love with it. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I'm like, Vivi, is this what you really want to do in your life? But ukishamaliza no lipo, I'm like, yes, let's keep doing it. How do my different artistic expressions intersect? Okay. My first art form is acting. Acting makes me live different lives in different people. Okay? I mean, I can be anything that I want to be. Let me bring it into my poetry. In my poetry, I am a writer. Sometimes I might, for example, there's a piece I've done about female, and I've put myself in the shoe of people who have to exchange their bodies for a pack of sanitary towel. A lady who was deceived that she's so beautiful and that giving her body, you should actually check it. I did an interview at KUTV and it's there. Please go check it out. Yes, I have done like 3 pieces there and they're very meaningful. So for acting, now that I've already lived a different life, I'm used to living a different life. In a especially theater does that to you before, because for film it's almost, it's polished. Theater is a one take. You have a lot of rehearsals and everything, so you leave a lot of different people. So I into poetry because of my writing also, and even for theater it helped me in performances, because stage, especially for live performances, it is stage. And now when it comes to recording poetry, I have already known, especially like right now I'm doing TV series, I have already had that experience of the sound, lighting, whatever, scenes and everything. And my beadwork, first of all, tukikuwa na wewe, trust you me, lazima, sorry, let me pick my book kindly. I have to sell you my products. What do you mean no tunafanya na wewe and you don't have a bracelet? And also for me, I always like, look at me, I always like putting on my bracelets and everything, and I believe that bracelets and even beadwork give stories, zinapenda stories and memories. So I think that's how they all intersect. And also presenting helped me. I mean, when we used to do theater, there were monologues, and for presenting, mostly it is doing a monologue. Like right now, I've talked for 10 minutes, not unaendelea, you know. So it helps me to also being eloquent and being a storyteller, you know, in a good, entertaining way, but at the same time, educative way. What role does culture and tradition play in my beadwork, and how I incorporate modern influences? Allegedly, first of all, if you see about beadwork, you always interact it with Samburus and Maasais. They come from Kenya, right? So I am not a Maasai, but I have played Tayo and Risiani, so I think I also lived a Maasai life in my life, kidogo. And also interacted a lot with them when I was in high school. So culture, let me talk of culture and tradition, and let me just talk about Kenyan culture, okay? The Kenyan culture, if I give you a Kenyan bracelet, you definitely know that that person has either lived in Kenya or is a Kenyan. Maju, whatever, it speaks of dreams, okay? And also even in our traditions, people used to wear a lot of beadwork from Shanga. Even beadwork was used as a musical, especially for music. I am a performer, so ungepata wamevaa zile vitu kwa anklets. Beadwork was used for charms, for example, waist beads. I don't support people who say that beadwork, I mean, especially waist beads. For me, I'm a creator of waist beads, and I believe that waist beads are so beautiful. If you don't agree with that, please, I make it myself. Please, I don't think I will go to karaoke or pick my beads. Come, take smiley emojis, put other decors, and then somebody says it's devilish. How so? Yo, I literally, it's just like a bracelet. I heard people say that bracelets are demonic. Please, can we, I don't know what to say, man. Ay, Jamini. No, these things are beautiful. Let us accept them, and they look so nice, right? So also in the modern, for example, there are products which are modernized, like steering wheel covers, the bracelets that sometimes I do, the pearls, and also even in my waist beads I put some charm in them. The necklaces I put pendants, and the kama says manio, I will tunatengeneza project cha manio or something, or arsenali. Also now with the corporate, I for example, currently I'm working with the movement. I'm making some logos for them in the bracelets. So I mean, I also now do that for branding. Right now I also do beadwork for branding. Like for example, Vivy Kabz is a brand. I brand you, can I killer placements that people know, oh, this person. Yeah, so that's how I think I incorporate my beadwork in all kind of forms. And also for like example, pearls and everything. I mean, I have a lot of products that are modernized, dread beads, and such kind of stuff, you know. So how do I prepare for performance, and what do I hope for from the audience? For the performance, first of all, I have to know the kind of audience that I'm getting, so that I know the piece, or also the audience first, and also the theme, okay? Because I have found myself in a situation where that same exact, for example, sometimes I also do projects according to the months. For example, December will be a very festive year, so I might do something to do with that, Christmas and everything. It's a lot of love and everything to make cross the, you know. Jan is, though we don't profess scarcity, but Jan is known of 2 months in 1 month. So like for example, during February I was doing love pieces. Let's talk about love. It's been a project that I did, and I toured across theater and everything with it. It was a nice project. So you find yourself probably in a ghetto, but I mix a lot of mintonge expression. If uko project yangu nionge sheng ni crossover. So I mean, I do a lot of language. So you might find that if you're performing in an uptown watu wanaweza relate sana na kizungu, wakose kurelate na lugha nyingine, even though Swahili is cuts across. But then ukienda pia ghetto, people will awata rada ngoso yako. In fact, they'll be like, oh, yonga ngoso mingi this could get. And sometimes it is hard because you're trying to make them like piece. Sometimes you can a punchline na language yake. Punchline ya Kizungu labda haiwezi endana na punchline ya Kiswahili. I mean, if you see the same, you know. So you have to understand your audience well, and also the theme. So those two kind of things guide you even in your dressing and how you will do about it. For example, looking at place in kuna kelele mob, of course you have to have your energy. Sometimes if you go for a corporate event, you just want to be chilled. And I actually think that's my favorite ones. Like during the 16 days of activism, I was really honored to speak, to perform. I have done that piece, just my gender thing, and also there's also a piece within myself. And these are places where people relate with what you're saying and what you're doing. And actually, I hope that people can feel. I am a feeler as well. I love feeling. I work with my emotions, so I like tapping into people's emotions so much. And I hope that I am an educator. I hope you saw my cat here. It needs some attention, don't worry. I love animals, so it will stay in Coco background. So as I was saying, I love being I am an edutainment, that is educative and entertaining. And I want you to tap into it. For example, I remember there's a piece I did, and it was talking, that same piece, it was actually 16 days against GBV, so we were talking a lot about girls' issues, and you will actually find girls shedding tears because it is revolving and it is involving them. People who have gone through early marriage, pregnancies, people who have had to go through sanitary towels, people who, it's just a lot of diverse people who have gone through rape victims and everything. So it's just amazing. And people who are also going through heartbreaks, because sometimes it is also the emotional traumas that people go through. So, I mean, that's what I basically do. And I just hope that people will actually know, oh, Vivy, she just spoke about this. And also, I want to interact with my audiences because I find myself in amazing platforms. So I just want to interact with them to fill their stories, and then I can just use my stories for something else. Who knows? I can even write a script. So for me, any chance I get out there is a chance to interact with people. So what is the most exciting part of being an actress in Kenya right now? I think it is the power of telling our stories. Yeah, it is the power of telling our stories. And also it is growing rapidly. So the fact that you can actually be, I mean, if you're doing it, you're just one step away from being the next big thing. The question is, will you keep doing it and even improving yourself? That is the most exciting thing. And also the most exciting thing about being an actress, from what I see, is that age does not tie me to anything. I don't have to retire. I can still be an actress at 100 years. But I mean, if that is what I want to be doing at that time, because now for me, I'm also a creative entrepreneur, so you also have to look at different things. I mean, who knows, probably I want to also be a producer at some point, but the question is, am I still telling the story? So the most exciting part of being an actress right now is being able to tell your story, and also being able to exist. I mean, to exist in different lives. For example, when I go on set right now, I'm working with KBC TV series called String, actress Roth, who is actually a very strict, straight business lady, family lady kind of girl, who is very, oh my goodness, she's very strategic, you know, but she has her traumas which she has hidden. I mean, she also has a soft spot. So me being able to tell her story, and then I come back home and I come back to be Vivian, because Vivian akiwa kwa mtaa ametulia tu, and then I am Vivy Kabz right now when I'm telling this story. So being able to exist in different forms and tell different stories, it's amazing. Different stories from Africa, it's just amazing, you know. I love it. So I think that's the most exciting part. And also, who knows, wewe unatokea kesho unakuwa the next big star. Uliza kina Abeli Mutoa, they will tell you their stories. What challenges have I faced and how I have been able to overcome them and growing as an artist? So actually, I have suffered from depression before. I think that is the greatest challenge I have faced and able to overcome. And it is a result of different things. First of all, not being able to know that you exist in different spaces as different people. When you go and say you're an actress, when you come home, you're a sister, you are a lady, you're a poet, you know. So I was handling too much at some point, and those too much was not giving me. I was working on quantity, not quality. And even that made it hard to get the appreciation back, and not focusing on creating me, but focusing on creating other people. So I had to sit back and know, because I had literally lost Vivian in Vivy Kabz. I mean, I had made my life all about my art. I couldn't reflect in what do I enjoy doing. Oh, I enjoy actually spending time with family. I actually enjoy nature, because I don't have time to do nature. Oh my goodness, this cat inanisumbua sana. Or I don't have time to do other things, or read a book, for example. And at that point, I was also studying human resource. So you can imagine handling all that. At some point, I was just burnt out, and you're not even able to focus. So you're finding you're giving too much, but nothing is coming back. So I think that is the most challenge I've faced. And from then, how I was able to change from that is that I just decided to take a time as it comes and build myself first, build my art, build my ability, have the skills and everything. And then I stopped chasing the butterflies. Instead, I focused on creating or building or planting flowers and preserving them. That way I will attract opportunities. And yes, they actually do come. They do come. And also building me, for example, for my beadwork, right now I'm doing exhibitions. So looking for those spaces where I can be able to do my stuff directly. I can go and interact with clients directly. And I mean, we learned about business to consumer directly, and it is the most amazing kind of art, because you're not tied, and also you get the feedback directly. As we wind up, so some of the artistic artists or individuals who really influenced my work. So I think when I was growing up, let me start with my parents, because I grew up watching them. Wakichapa rehearsals, budangu ameniactia theater, but I don't think I caught my mom so much unless it is in church. But also I would like to, in church, like I mentioned, Teacher Nongo and the Sunday school teachers, they impacted us a lot. And also growing up, the vipindi tulikuwa tunawacha kina Machachari, Inspector Mwala, zile vipindi tulikuwa tunawatch Beba. Those things really inspired us in ways we didn't know. And then even coming now to Central Cinema. And for me, I didn't get to siku active nikiwa high school manze. Kwa nile theater yenye walikuwa nakuja, like what I ended up doing. Si tulikuwa na watch. But I wanted, because I think we met one, tulikuwa tumeenda Nakuru, and tukakutana na mmoja, and akatuambia inalipa. And I think when nilikuwa nataka niende Central Cinema. And also, now that I grew to experience poetry later, and then I started looking for spoken words. So if I can mention, Y254 is spoken. By the way, they built us, because at that point tulikuwa namaliza, so we were just discovering ourselves. Tukaona what akina Teardrops, stories like Kapedo, Mufasa, what they were doing, and then you come to also work with them and interact with them later. It is very amazing. Project like Talanta Mtaani, where we saw Akina Wangoi Kimani do their stuff. There was also Life and something. It was coming in the morning at KTN. It was amazing, because kulikuwa na artistic Tuesdays. Nilikuwa glued hapo nikifika nyumbani, nichapwe baadaye sijosha vyombo. I have to watch this first. So I think those are things that really inspired us. And also in our journey, our producers who we have met with, and they see something. And also our people who tell you, what, keep doing it, keep pushing. It always, and also, when you look back and you find people. Also, producer mwenye alinifungulia YouTube channel. I think I was doing Beadwork the first time. And it was Laban. He is a videographer at Karatina. Alinifungulia channel akanishootia project yangu, because it was love. I wrote that project when I was in Form 3. Wow, thank you so much. Those people have really helped us to be who we are right now. So the project I am currently proud of, I will separate each. In acting, I'm working with KBC, Channel 1. I'm an actress there, TV series. Strength, it is really amazing. It has really inspired. It has built me as an artist, because I had been off TV forming, so it is really building me, even establishing me into TV series, because TV is quite different from theater and film. It's all different. People who are in that industry know. So I'm experiencing and building myself in that capacity. Also for my poetry, I am currently working with a project, Ni Godmanze. Sorry, it is produced by one and only Young Smart. Oh my goodness, he's an amazing friend of mine. and also the videographer, the DOP will be become storyteller. We're still working on that, so stay tuned, please. For Beadwork, I am currently working with, we are collaborating with 254 Beer District at Westlands and Kikuyu, their main brewing company. So it's amazing because I get to exhibit my work there, and I have been wanting to take my beadwork into an international platform, and also thanks a lot to my mentor Joel Mutua, who has actually been with me throughout, and akupatia mawaidha pale na pia links. So they have given me a platform, and I am so happy, and I'm just amazing. I'm just happy for whatever I'm doing, and also for my presenting and for my talks. I do affirmations on a daily basis on my channel at Vivy Kabz on TikTok and YouTube. So I am happy because I get to talk to people on a daily basis and just talk about stuff that is relate now, and they open. I'm just building my brand and everything. So areas of projects that I'm eager to explore. I am eager to start doing editing. I did human resource, so I didn't really get a chance to learn. Because I was focusing on being in front of the camera, being the talent. So I want also to learn about being I want to learn about editing and the now behind the camera post-production things, because they also affect a lot of stuff in our works, and I just want to be information haijaumiza mtu. So I think I want to really try that industry. And also when I was finishing when I was in 5th year because I took 5 years, I got, in our last after our exams, I got a chance to get people like Inamokaya Junior, James Karundo, Emily the librarian, Washaragi Konyo, and Alexander Derito. These are amazing people. And Pastor George from Victor's Chapel, Karatina, they came and spoke to us about we were getting out of school, so what next, so that is also a field I want to explore. Speaking is being a speaker, and that's why I'm also even practicing through my affirmations. I'm not a motivational speaker. No, I am a farmer, and I am a speaker. I like talking. I'm a presenter. I am a storyteller. So the last question of the day, for those people who like my work, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And what would I say? You know what? Just do it. Yeah, don't do it later. Just do it. Yes, please. Start. Watch, learn, listen, and journal. Please document. This is my book. I write short. I journal and I write my growth in these books, and they help me to see my journey when I'm feeling low. And also I learn to know when I am supposed to slow down. We have videos right now. If you're not a writer, you can always do an audio or a video. Like for me, sometimes I also do videos to document about my stuff, because when I know about the background. So it's definitely a story that I am narrating. And I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. You can follow me across all social media platforms at Vivy Kabz. That is VIVY space KABZ. I'm also an actress, so you can catch my art at KBC Channel 1 every Saturday, 6 p.m. I go as Ruth on strength. And for my beadwork, if you want to, you can contact me across social media platforms at Vivy Kabz. Also, if you want to see me physically, you can find me mostly on Wednesdays and Saturdays at Nakili sessions. And Sundays, Nakili for Wednesday at Beer District, Y254 Westlands, Delta Corner. And Kikuyu 254 as well. Levila Gardens. Thank you so much, guys. Do have a nice time. Thank you.